Hi, my loves, and welcome back to Ocean Aura. I know, forever and a day. If you hear any whistling in the background, it's my radiator. I can't do nothing about it. I'm hot. I'm suffering for my art here for you guys. Before we get into it, as per usual, please like, share, and subscribe. So, my loves, where have I been? We shan't even get into that. Yes, your girl has a new hair color. She's a dark-hearted darling, a dark-haired darling. And you're going to have to excuse me. I'm going to be eating through this video. So let's jump right into it because I've been gone long enough. I'll do a video on that. Yes, broke my whole pinky nail. My whole pinky nail. It's almost back. Don't worry. But yeah, so this is why my nails are short. Still cute, right? Right. But I'm going out and I had to get a video in because I was like, come on, girlfriend. We haven't filmed in forever, but I need to put something in my stomach before I leave, so let's go. I got content and content and content for you guys. Where to begin? Let's talk my favorite, hypergamy. Hypergamy. But I wanted to discuss hypergamy in terms of overall, like in all areas, all relationships of your life. Like, can we level up everywhere? And what do I mean by that? You know, I've been experiencing a little bit of, let's call it like static friction from some of my relations, you know, relatives, because relatives are different than family, and even the word family gets overused. I prefer the word tribe because I just feel like, you know, I'll pick my tribe. Can't pick these folks. But what I mean to say by that is like, when you're like evolving, when you're, and again, see, people hear the word hypergamy and they think only aesthetics, materialistic, set values, and it's so much deeper than that, my loves. We're talking about vibration, right? Like, money is a vibration. Currency, right? That's the vibration we want to be on, currency, so that no matter how it changes, you know, from the greenback to the dollars, you know, now we even got what, Apple Pay or something like that, like, you know, it keeps changing. Bitcoin, I just want to be on the frequency of wealth, right? In all areas of my life as well. Like, I want my relationships to be abundant. I want my interactions with people in my circle to be abundant and filled with, and I'm not trying to say people have to be perfect, but I'm just saying people who know how to not, you know, dwell in the doldrums, right? Or who talk lack. Like, you know, sometimes I'm at work and sometimes, you know, I hear people say things and it's like they've decided the rest of their lives, like, oh, I'll never be able to afford that. Or, oh, I'll never be. And I'm just like, nah, how the hell do you know? Like, you just totally cut off every single infinite possibility. You're going to be alive for like what? Another 60, 70 years, some of you. How do you already know you're not going to, you know, 30, 40, 50 years? Who cares? That's a long time to decide already. Like today, like you just decided today that like there's nothing you can do, nothing to change your circumstance if you really wanted to. Like nothing. Yikes. And some people really believe that. I want to be impeccable with my word. I want to, you know, attract people who want to create and build and want to fill their time talking about progressive things and ideas. And, you know, when I used to live in California, I used to go to these accountability meetings. And it was beautiful to hear people like, we're going to sit around and talk about what we want to accomplish. And then we're going to hold each other accountable for it. And then also, how can I help you do that thing this week? And conversely, how can I help you? Do you need me to call you? Do you need me to call you on check and say, hey, just checking in, boo? Did you do that thing you said you were going to do? Yeah, because it's Wednesday. We discussed this on Sunday. Did you do something towards that? Right? So I want to be hypergamous in all my relationships, you know? It's not just enough to have like, yes, a wealthy, abundant man who's doing his one job with pleasure and ease and he loves his life. I'm talking about like, okay, so I have him and then I go sit down with my friend and she's talking about her dusty or problems or lack or this or that. It's okay. My brother just came in. You know, you're talking about lack or this or that. And it's like, well, so then you think that's not going to bleed over into when I go home? And now I'm like in this like frustrated, like, energy. You think you're not going to like come home and bring that home with you? You will, boo. You will. And it's not cute. It's not cute. You know, it's like relationships of all kinds should be beneficial to you. You know, it's not that somebody can't have a hard patch. It's not that somebody can't. But like, how do they deal with their rough patch? Like, do they just succumb to it and want you to commiserate with them? Or, you know, are they like, I just need somebody to listen. And then after that, like, we're going to build on getting up on out of this, you know? Those things are important. Like all your relationships are important because they're reflective of you. How do you feel? What do you want? You know? It's like, when people are bringing you lower vibrations, how like committed to this like level up are you? Like now you should see me. Guys, I'm not trying to tell anybody to be like me. Just sharing with you things that I'm going through. And I was even like on FaceTime with someone, with my cousin. And I came outside my door and like twice back to back with different people who I live with were like greeted with like tongue-in-cheek comments or like critical, like low vibe, low frequency, like throwing their limitations at me vibes. And I'm just like, look at these little disruptive energy bubbles. Like now I can like look at it from like a third party, like I'm hovering outside of myself, which I was like, oh, you see, it's not that, you know, everything around you is gonna change automatically when you're like on a higher vibration. It's that the way you respond to it changes, like the way you feel about things. Because I'm just like, so you guys, I wanted to make all of these separate videos, but it's like one thing is just running into another, and it's been so long. It's like, I just want to talk to you guys. But it's like, I'm just like so deliciously in love with myself that like, you're not like all the way disrupting my vibe. Like even when things bring me a little friction and I get like, I can always like bring it right back down. Like, it's not really that deep. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Nope. And that goes into the next thing I want to talk about, which is you have to care less, even less, than the person who cares the least. And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying like be an awful, terrible person and just like steamroll over everyone in your path. I'm saying like when I was met with this kind of friction, I cared so little about what these people were trying to communicate to me, throwing their limitations at me, you know, trying to nitpick at me because they're unhappy with themselves or whatever the thing is. I was just like, just how you didn't care how that was going to land on me, I care even less. about anything you're saying right now. Because you know what? I care the most about me and my mental health and my emotional health and my spirit. And I'm just so in love with me that you can't knock me off my square, baby. Like, yes, I am loving you. What? Girl. Girl, I love you, Phoenix. Mm, mm, mm. Just want to spend all my time with you, Phoenix. I just eat you up, Phoenix. You know, Jill Scott has a song called Jare Me Kofasola, and she breaks it down. And it's like, yes, I'm just like so deeply in love with like the highest version of myself, source energy in me, that I am source energy, and source energy is me, that I just want to love people from that space. And so when people are bringing me their toxicity, I either gotta, like deflect and double down on the love within me, or the people who are bringing me, beautiful energy, I'm just like, yes. And I so deeply appreciate it that it is coming from the highest point of myself, honoring and thanking the highest point in you that brought me such beautiful energy. Hypergamy, yes, that is a level up. It's not only, I know what it means, but I'm saying I want to push it further. Like, I need a hypergamous tribe. Like, yes, I don't want to talk about lack and whackness. I don't want to dwell on things. Like, if we're gonna talk about this thing, it's to talk through it. Like, how can we find the gem in it? Like, this is why I love talking to my cousin. Hi, Suki. Because she gets it. And when she and I talk, we could be having like the most crap day and then sharing the most crap part of our day. And then we're like, and you know what? I'm actually going to thank the contrast because this is why it showed up for me. And I was so close to learning that, but now I'm better prepared when it shows up for me again at some other point, because I'm going to be able to transmute it on the spot. Like, we're always trying to dig and find the silver lining, the gem, the hidden treasure beneath the crab when things are coming up, because they don't stop coming up, because everybody is not where you're at in your process. So you're going to meet people who are so mad as hell at themselves and their choices that they bring it out on you. Just going over my notes. Hold on. Yeah, so when I make videos like about being selfish or caring less than the person who cares the least, because I want to have like just a whole video about it. And maybe I don't need to because I'm covering it now. But I'm just saying, like, you have to care far less about their objective, and you should always be thinking from the place of, well, what was the objective of you saying that to me? Like, what? Why? And then conversely say that to yourself, like, well, why do I want to, like, is it really necessary for me to comment back at this or clap back at that, or, say something slick right here? Like, what do I really want? I don't want this friction energy in my space. So is my next comment that I do intend to be slick with, is that helping me achieve my objective of just want this out of my space, or is it perpetuating it? Like, is it heightening it? Is it like throwing gasoline on the fire? And you're not always going to be able to do it, boo, because sometimes people need a word. They need a check. Let me just check you, boo, real quick, because I don't know who you're talking to. Don't know who you're talking to. Right? Or sometimes it's like, I so don't care. Flips hair. Don't care. And I'm just not going to acknowledge it, right? It's that thing. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, everything does not deserve or warrant a response. Everything doesn't need to take space and precedence in your life, because it's not on the vibration, it's not on the frequency of what I would like to be experiencing, which is peace, abundance, ease, joy, creativity, progression, elevation, transformation, transmutation. Yes, like, yes, let's just get it all. I just want magnificence and beauty and overflow. Yes, yes, yes. I say yes to all of those things. And it really is like, you have to have such clear-cut boundaries, so that way you're not second guessing yourself when someone steps outside of their jurisdiction, when you're like, oh, you're bringing me that right now? Oh, no, that's cute. Okay. Now watch how much I don't care about that. And I can say this because I've been practicing it, guys. Like, it really helps. It really works when you just don't care. It's like, oh, you think that about me? Oh, you want to pick at me right now? Okay. And I also notice when you don't engage and reciprocate that energy, they just got to float away somewhere. It's just like, oh, that little disruptive energy bubble. Nope, no thanks. I'll pass. That's what you need to start. I'll pass. Nope, all set here. Nope, I'll pass. No, thank you. And watch how they just float away. Takes two people to argue. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. That's it. That's all. You don't got to do too much, guys. Don't got to break a sweat. Just be done. Be done with people trying to, like, switch up. It's okay to switch up your circle. I mean that from my solar plexus, guys, my soul. I mean that. Don't be afraid to switch up your circle. Like, it's like sports. Like, listen, who are the starters on the team? I don't really get, like, I don't really get sports reference. Like, I do, but like, if I had to really break that down, I can't tell you. But I know I'm using it in the right context right now. Really enjoy my own company. That's another thing. I love myself so much. I almost prefer my own company to most, because I'm just like, girl, I've been missing you. Ooh, I can't wait to hang out with Phoenix later. Let me be at work and do these things. Which I manifested not needing to work, because I don't like working. I don't want to. I don't have to. No. But, like, I just want to, like, I'm like, can't wait to get off work so I can spend some time with me. Love it. Love it. I love spending time with me. And it's like, yeah. You don't gotta deal with people. You don't gotta deal with things you don't want, because it's like, all those things are informing. I'm sorry for my loud ass, crazy ass house. But, it's like, you don't have to partake, It's okay to, like, change out your team. Like, some people need to be benched. Some people need to be traded. Some people need to be, excommunicated. Some people, you just got to kind of, like, change the parameters around the relationship, create new healthy boundaries. It's like, yeah, don't really need to talk to you on a regular basis, but, like, let's KIT. I'm sorry, it's true. There's nothing wrong with it. We should all be of service to one another. And when someone's unhealthy, toxic choices or just like wherever they are in their progress. It's not a judgment. So I want to also be clear about that. This isn't some like snub my nose, look down on you, poo-poo energy. It's really about self-preservation. So nobody should be offended here. Like, honestly, it's okay. Listen, if I'm not being of service to you, boo, if my presence isn't adding something to you, break out. You shouldn't have me around. You should. Bye. You're right. I'm like of zero use to you. Peace out. Wish you well. Hope you find whatever you're looking for that's going to bring that to you. But it's time to stop just like killing time with people is the real message I wanted to leave off with. It's like, I need investments, baby. I just want to deal in investments. I want to be wealthy in people. I want to be wealthy in my finances. I want to be wealthy in my personal relationships. I want to be of service and present in my relationships, but not to the point where it depletes me. I want it to be a healthy, even exchange of yes, give and take, and ebb and flow. It doesn't need to be this like, you know what I mean? Like, how are you showing up for yourself is how you're going to show up for other people. And so cut it out, my loves. Stop killing time with people. Stop wasting time. Stop speaking over your futures, like condemning yourself and cursing yourself by your own words. Like, let's level up in all areas of this life, starting with you and how you feel about you. And then don't tolerate any less. Like, because I love me so much, no one can bring me less. Like, not in a friendship, not in a familial situation, not in a romantic relationship. Like, you can't shortchange me, baby. You can't. I'm not taking any cuts, any losses. If you, then see you right there. Right there is the door. Bye. And my life isn't a revolving door, so careful when you step out, because I can't guarantee that you're going to get an in back up in this. Right? So you got to feel like that across the board. You got to really like just take no prisoners. I'm going to end it there because of my noisy ass house, but my loves, I'm wishing you mad love and many blessings, and I will see you on the next one. Later.